for this afternoon. I want to introduce myself. My name is Sharpton, and I'm the Board President of Education for a Better America. And we are so delighted to be here with you today. We are an educational nonprofit that focuses on building bridges between policymakers and the classrooms by supporting innovations in the delivery of education, creating a dialogue between policymakers, community leaders, educators, parents, and students, and also disseminating information and findings that will positively impact our students and our schools. We have developed special assemblies with the New York City Department of Education, who is here with us today, to design intervention programs in the schools for students and parents that include presentations and literature for parents and students that focuses on issues related to nutrition, leading a healthy lifestyle, and education. In response to the major health disparities in communities across the nation, Education for a Better America has partnered with the National Action Network, the leading civil rights organization in the nation, and also the New York City Department of Education, which is the largest school district in the country, on a health and wellness initiative that focuses on health, education, and an active lifestyle. You will hear this afternoon from NAN's president and founder, Reverend Al Sharpton, New York City Chancellor of Education, Dennis Walcott, and also health experts around New York City as we present the Special Assembly on Education, Health, and Wellness. Today's program will include presentations and literature for all of you to take home that focuses on issues relative to nutrition, leading a healthy lifestyle, and education. For EBA, the connection is to educate students and parents in the communities on the importance of leading a healthy lifestyle. And we certainly want to thank the principals here, Samir Talidi of PS7, Samuel Stern, and Christina Russell of Global Technology Preparatory for allowing us to be here today to share with all of you. Without further ado, I would like to introduce our first speaker. He's a man who needs no elaborate introduction. He's been on the front line fighting for justice and equality for decades now, and has become arguably one of the most influential African Americans in the United States. He is the president and founder of the leading civil rights organization of this country, the National Action Network, and he's also the host of MSNBC's Politics Nation. In his spare time, he also manages to be my father, my loving and supportive father. But he's also a true example of what a healthy transformation can do for you. And we couldn't think of a better spokesperson to have for this initiative other than whom you will hear at this time, our leader, the Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon. Let me say that I'm very excited about being here with you, particularly for this health and wellness initiative. I think what the Board of Education of the City of New York under the Chancellor is doing is very important. And I've been now around the country with Education for a Better America, who's partnered with our group National Action Network on this. Let me say this very quickly, because I'm not going to talk long, because I remember when I was your age in school, I did not like to hear old folk talking to me long. I didn't pay attention after 3 minutes. So before I introduce the old folk, we young folk are going to talk. Health is a very objective thing. What does objective mean? When you grow older, you will have opinions, you will have disagreements, you will decide what politics you like, you will decide what politician you like. But if you are not healthy, none of it will matter. You cannot take your health for granted. Young or old, what you eat and how you think will determine your health. When I was growing up, I did not think about health, so as I got older, I was fat and out of shape. One time I was 300 pounds. Which meant I was about 2 of what I am now. And nobody, somebody said 3, send him to the principal's office. but he's about right. Which means that I had to catch up much later in life and reform and change my habits, rather than you having the opportunity to start now and grow up eating the right things. It will give you more energy, it will give you more drive, it will make you think better, it will make you a better person. When I was coming in and I saw the garden that they're building, and I went up with Chancellor Walcott and saw the edible class, and we had a little salad. That is the kind of way you want to grow up. You want to grow up healthy. It clears your mind. Once you start weighing yourself down with bad weight, it weighs your brain down. Usually fat people end up having unhealthy repercussions. They can get illnesses, they're sluggish. You ever watch fat people sleep and snore? Who want to be that? They snore because there's so much in them, they just pressing out. They become a joke. So you don't want to be a joke. And I think that part of what I salute the Chancellor on and the city on is taking health seriously. Now, we're in East Harlem. Many people would say East Harlem is a urban inner city with underprivileged area. You are never too poor to eat healthy. I was born and raised in Brownsville, which is in Brooklyn. How many of y'all know where Brooklyn is? How many of y'all know where Brownsville is? All right, when I was growing up, Brownsville was the #1 poor ghetto in the country. Not that we were competing, but that's who we were. But we ate crazy. We would buy Hostess Twinkies, we would eat Drake's cake, all the stuff we didn't eat. By the time we got to high school, our teeth were rotten, and we were all out of shape. It is costly, health-wise and otherwise. So it doesn't matter what your circumstances are. Now, I travel a lot now between my organization and TV show. One of the things that I've noticed is in a lot of our communities that are Latino and Black, we don't have the healthy stores. So the important thing that the Chancellor has done is encourage schools to do it in the schools. So we had a salad right here in school. I go to some cities, if you go to what we call the hood, you can't even get a salad. Now you set a different culture, a different climate. So I congratulate the principals here, I congratulate the staff here, I congratulate the Chancellor. But it doesn't matter if you don't use it. So right now, as you are young, if you develop the right habits, you will grow with them, and you can be successful, but you can't be anything if you're not healthy. So I wanted to come, I wanted to congratulate them. I'm so proud of this right here in East Harlem, and I think this initiative is one of the most important initiatives that we've ever seen in the education system in this country. So my 3 minutes is up. I don't want to act like the old folks, so I'm going to give it back. Let me I want to introduce to you who has created this and innovated this, who I think has a vision that is good, not only as Chancellor, but that could be used nationwide when it comes to health and wellness. And he's exemplified. I had to lose 150, 160 pounds. He always stayed healthy. And ever since I've known him, and I've known him 30, 35 years, he's always been fit and trim, and he has been able to represent that to everybody else. And I respect him for it. I always respect my elders. I want to bring you the old Chancellor of the schools. We tease each other because we're really close to each other in age. But he's a little older. But he's also a good Chancellor when it comes to health and wellness. Give it up for Chancellor Dennis Walcott.
Thank you, Mr. Sharpton. First, let me say good afternoon to all of you. It's always a pleasure to be back in your building and to see all the students and the staff and the parents, our principals. I said hello to the cafeteria workers and the custodian. You know, it's part of a school family. And I want to take this opportunity, one, to thank Reverend Sharpton for his leadership. The National Action Network has taken on a number of issues, and this issue really cuts across all areas as far as its importance is concerned. Because what he's talking about, what NAN is talking about, and working in partnership with others, is talking about the health of our community, bottom line. And Reverend Sharpton, I want to publicly say, you look amazing. Did he leave? Did you have me? He looks so amazing, he disappeared. He looks amazing. He has done a wonder as far as reducing his weight because he realized the importance of health and how the heavy weight that he had before impacts negatively. I want to be really quick, but I want to share a couple of stories with you. One, that I had a history of diabetes and heart disease in my family. My father, my mother, my uncle, my cousins. And when I turned 21, I decided to change my eating lifestyle. And so I eliminated fried foods. I basically eliminated sweets. I don't go to McDonald's or Burger King. I don't get fast food at all. I basically have eliminated soda from my diet. I very rarely drink alcohol. And I made sure I incorporated healthy eating as part of my overall lifestyle. And as a result of that, I'm now 61 years old. I've been able to avoid diabetes, avoid heart disease. When I turned 60 last year, I decided I wanted to do a challenge that I had not done before. So I taught myself to run, and I ran a marathon. This prior year, when I was 61, I decided I wanted to try something different. And I taught myself to swim with the help of others, and I did a sprint triathlon. And so I'm always looking to challenge myself to maintain my healthy lifestyle. And that's both in eating and hopefully in practice as well. And today's message, and what you'll hear about from the group, is how we incorporate that throughout the entire community and making sure that all of you have a healthy lifestyle. And that starts with eating. That's why I'm pleased to see both the garden here, but also salad bars here, and healthy menu options for our students, and making sure that all of you have healthy choices in the school, and carry those practices outside of the school as well. And constantly talk about the importance of health, because if we are healthy, it saves money in the long run, but most importantly, it allows you to be more productive as adults. And that's our bottom line, making sure that you grow up healthy and you grow up to become productive adults. So I want to thank all of the people who helped organize this, and especially our principals and our staff and our parents who are here. But most importantly, I want to say thank you to the students for following a healthy lifestyle, incorporating that in both your practice personally, but also spreading the word as well to others. That will penetrate the community and make the overall community a better place. I want to say thank you for being here. And now I'll turn it back to, yep, the year's yours. Take it from there.
Hi, everybody. We're going to put down our screen. And I'm also going to be brief, because I know it's a little hot, and I have some slides, so we got some entertainment for you. Can everybody see that? No? Ah, there we go. It's warming up. Well, my name is Charles Platkin, and I'm a professor right next door. Does everybody know Hunter College? It's a great school, just like this is a great school, right? PS7 is a great school? Yeah? I think it's, oh, come on, it's great here. And I teach nutrition. I teach nutrition, right? So everybody knows what nutrition is. This is actually a very, very advanced school, okay? You have your edible garden, you have salads, but I also wonder, do you eat right? Well, this is, I'm going to show you something. Whoop, there we go. Oh, you're blocking my, okay, there we go. Can you, oh, the side, okay. I think you just stuck with me right there. You want to, we have any technical support? What's that? Okay. And this is me, actually, believe it or not, when I was in probably the 4th or 5th grade, and I was overweight most of my life until I was in my 30s. And okay. And the reason why was probably because I didn't eat enough fruits and vegetables. And now I worked really hard, and I was able to lose about 55 pounds, not as much as Reverend Sharpton, but at least it was very significant to me. And now I'm known as the Diet Detective. And this is me, and I write a syndicated column that's syndicated in 100 newspapers around the country. And I write about health and nutrition and try to encourage people to live a healthier life. And that's kind of my mission, to get people to live healthier. And why is, we heard Chancellor Walcott and we heard Reverend Sharpton speak about healthy food and the salad garden and the garden and the salads in the cafeteria. And I think you wonder, like, well, why is it so important, right? Well, there's a reason why it's so important. First of all, eating healthy actually makes you smarter. There's really great science that shows that eating healthy makes you smarter. And everybody wants to get better grades, right? Especially if it's easy by just eating healthier. And it also will help you your mood. It helps you be happier. Okay, so oftentimes if your teachers, the principal, or your parents are cranky, it might be because they're not eating right. Or maybe because, if you're cranky, you're not eating right. It also will help make you stronger, and you'll be better athletes. Okay? And while you think that this is something that's so, you should have heard this already, but not everybody kind of puts it together. It also helps you avoid the doctor, right? And, eating properly, eating healthy fruits and vegetables, helps your immune system, which is what keeps your body from going to the doctor and keeps you healthier. It also helps you sleep better, okay? I know that a lot of kids, I see in the audience, I see a couple of people over there sleeping already. Well, maybe if you could eat healthier, that you'll avoid sleeping on your desk, right? It's really important. And everybody thinks that if you just simply, want to eat healthier, that it's going to be like magic. And all of a sudden, you're going to start eating healthy. You're going to wake up one morning, and it's going to be magical, and you're going to start eating healthy. It really doesn't work like that, right? It's a lot about, and this is, people think that just avoiding the junk food, right? Not eating the Twinkies, not eating the cakes, not eating the fast food is actually going to be what allows you to live healthy. That's not true. It's more about eating the healthier foods than it is about avoiding the junk foods, right? Because think about it. If you're constantly eating fruits and vegetables, you have no room for all the junk, okay? So it's really simple. It's not about these fancy diets that you hear about. It's not about, everybody saying, look, it's not good to drink soda. I totally agree. But if you're drinking a lot of water and you're eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, you don't have any room in your stomach for the bad stuff. And that's what I'm suggesting. So what else can you do? Okay? So just like a magician, I don't know, how many of you have seen a magician perform? How many? Come on, seen a magician? All right. So when you see the magician, you don't see them it seems like it's seamless. Like you don't see them doing anything. The magic is happening right before your eyes. Well, you don't see these guys, these magicians, these men or women who are magicians, you don't see them practicing, planning, and practicing more, okay, and preparing, right? Well, that's what it is when you want to eat healthy, okay? It's about preparation. And it starts, I know you heard this a million times, but it starts with eating breakfast. How many, by a show of hands, eat breakfast every single morning? That's about 40%. I'm really good with math, okay? So that means 4 out of 10 of you are eating a breakfast, right? Well, breakfast has shown, every scientist that works on food knows that breakfast will help you do better in school. It helps your memory, okay? This is not made up stuff. This is real science. There are scientists working with lab coats right now figuring out that if you eat a healthy breakfast every day, it makes you smarter, it makes your attention better, and it makes everybody like you more. Okay, that's the truth. And you can start by just eating a low-sugar cereal. How many of you have cereal available to you? All right, there you go. How many of you know that New York City schools offer a free breakfast? Did everybody know that? So you have no excuse. There's a free breakfast for you as part of being a student in New York City schools. Take advantage of that breakfast, okay? Also, it's great to plan out your menus. I know this sounds like, oh, how am I going to plan out my menus, right? Well, you get together with your parents and your whole family, and you actually write down all the things you want to eat. This is just a sample menu that you could write out. It's not that complicated. You could make it artistic, right, and make it fancy drawings. And there's all kinds of other things you could do. It's important if you're younger. I'm sure the older kids over there are not interested in these fancy lunch boxes, but if you don't get school lunch, it's really important to have a fancy lunch box. So you pay attention to the food that you're eating. Some like Spider-Man, some like Dora, for the younger kids, right? I know the side over there, they're big Dora people, right? This group over here. How many over there like Dora? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, good. All right. Dora over there too. Also, how many of you eat dinner at home? How many of you eat dinner at home at least 3 nights a week? That's great, because all the research shows, all the scientists say, okay, that study food, show that if you eat dinner together as a family, that you have more fruits and vegetables in your diet. That's great, right? And that's what you want, because of all the things I said before. Okay? Also, make your parents take you to the supermarket and help them plan out, and you're the ones that need to tell your parents to eat healthier and to buy and go to the green area and buy the broccoli and buy the fruits and all the other vegetables. How many here eat broccoli? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So this is basically an all broccoli group. That's my favorite vegetable, by the way. Okay. Also, it's important to cook, right? And this is my daughter, by the way. I have a 10-year-old. And she helps me cook, right? So if you have no time to cook, guys, quiet. If you have no time to cook, okay, it's really great to tell your parents to do something called batch cooking, right? So you have one day, like a Sunday, where you get together, you do all the shopping, and you actually cook everything that day for the whole week, and you freeze it, okay? So everybody get that batch cooking, right? Let me hear you say batch cooking. Excellent. All right. You're going to be tested on this. It's going to be on the fifth grade exam. Okay. The other thing you could do is you can go to the supermarket and you can get frozen dinners. Now, I'm not for processed foods, but frozen dinners are faster than fast food. How many of you have eaten one of these kind of frozen dinners? Well, that's good, okay? Because it's better than eating at McDonald's, Burger King, and all the other fast food restaurants. All right? All right. And also, how many of you nag your parents for unhealthy foods? Come on, I think all of you do. Well, food companies pay psychiatrists and psychologists to market to you so that you buy unhealthy foods. Did you know that? They try to get you to nag your parents to buy unhealthy foods. So what I'm asking you to do is to remember that nag factor and remember that these food companies are trying to get you to buy this unhealthy food, okay? And the most important thing for you to do is to write this all down and make a real plan of action, okay? And I know that this is not to get you to eat this, but what I want you to do is replace this with this and this, right? Oh, come on, this is delicious stuff, yeah. A round of applause for strawberries. Come on. And what will happen then is that you'll have a happy family. Okay, if you eat healthy, it will lead to a happy family. And I want you to repeat this with me. Think before you eat. You ready? Think before you eat. Everybody's got to say it or I'm not going to get off the stage. Think before you eat. All right, thank you very, very much. I hope to see you all at Hunter College soon.
Introduce our next presentation. We're going to have a presentation, an interactive health activity by Adventure to Fitness. So buckle up and get ready to go. Let's go, Adventure to Fitness.
Hi, everyone. Hello. Hi, everyone. Who likes to have fun? Well, my name is Michael, and I think health and fitness should be fun. So who wants to go on a little adventure? Anybody? Who? All right, well, I'm going to bring up a chief adventurer, Colleen. She's going to take us on a little adventure. Colleen, can you come up here?
All right, is everybody ready to move? Okay, I want to hear you on the count of 3. Keep it moving. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, Mr. Michael just asked you if you like to go on adventures. Are you sure? Do you really like to go on adventures? Do you like to have fun? And do you like to learn new things? Okay, so we gotta listen up. So today, we're gonna go on an adventure all the way to China with Mr. Mark. Now, many of you know Mr. Mark. He's the lead adventurer, okay? And Mr. Mark's gonna take us all through China. And guess what? We're gonna meet Mr. Clock. Silly Mr. Clock. He likes to play silly tricks and silly games, but Mr. Clock keeps us on time. But along the way, we meet another guy, Mr. Laissez. Kids, what do we call Mr. Laissez? Mr. Lazy. Oh no, Mr. Lazy in China, he has a whole army of sugar soldiers because Mr. Lazy, he likes to take shortcuts. He likes to eat the junk food and the sugar and drink all the pop. He thinks that's the way you get energy, but we know he always runs out of energy. Okay, kids, after China, we're going to Nepal, and we're gonna climb the highest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. And we're gonna race up the mountain and try to beat Mr. Lazy. So who's ready to go? Okay, at this time, I'd like to ask Principal Talati. Principal Talati? Yeah. All right. And Miss Angela, and Mr. Tristan, and Miss Angela and Mr. Tristan, by the way, who run the I Have a Dream after school program, which is awesome. And they're dreamers from TS7. Come on up on stage. Okay, in the meantime, while the PS7 Dreamers are coming up on stage, I'd like to ask of all of you, whoever wants to get up and move, which should be everybody, to get up out of your seats, and we're gonna move. Come on, up out of your seat. What's going on? We don't want to be like Mr. Lazy. We gotta move. Wherever you are, you can stand in place, you're fine. This doesn't require a lot of, that's right, your own personal space. We like to thank the kids, but before the kids actually we're going to turn it over to the kids because the kids say the healthiest things and some of the smartest things, and actually it's pretty cool to be healthy. But first we're going to take a little water break because you got to hydrate your bodies, as we know. So, Adventure to Fitness team. And I'm going to turn this over to Miss Angela, and we're going to hear it straight from the kids.
Let's give it up for Adventure to Fitness. Let's give it up for them. All right. Our next presenter is a PharmD candidate at Toro College of Pharmacy, and he has a presentation specific for the village of Harlem. Let's give it up for Mr. Stephen Elrod. Stephen Elrod. Have a seat. Let's give it up for everybody that was on the stage. Give them a big hand. All right, we can now return to our seats. Seats. Everybody.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. How's everyone doing? Good. Thank you, Mr. Tristan's class. I think Miss Angela's class, too, that performed today. You guys did a great job. Anyways, my name is Steve Elrod. I'm a student at Toro College of Pharmacy up on 125th Street in Harlem. And I've been living in Harlem for 3 years. And I've come to love this neighborhood and community. And today I just want to talk a little bit about the current status and the health of you guys in the community. First, let's talk about how many children and students are actually living in Harlem, in our community. There's about 30,000 of us in East Harlem between the ages of 0 and 17, and about 40,000 children and students that live in Central Harlem. So that's combined to 70,000 children and students who live in your community. Your friends, your colleagues, your cousins, your family members. We all share this neighborhood together. And I know sharing this neighborhood together comes with a price. We need to learn how to eat healthy and live together in this neighborhood. Now, if you guys designed the food pyramid, I'm pretty sure it would look something like this. We got cookies on top and cupcakes. So we got cheeseburgers and pieces of pizza in the middle. Yeah, you're excited for that. The problem with this food pyramid is the foods in this pyramid aren't necessarily going to give you the things you need, the nutritional value to develop and grow into a strong individual. I need one volunteer. Can I have one volunteer? Come up. Who wants to volunteer? Yes, young lady right there. Oh, yeah, sure. You come on up. Watch out for the wires, all right? You can stand right here. All right, my name is Steve. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Rosalind.
Rosalind, what grade are you in?
3rd.
All right, Rosalind, do me a favor. I want you to think of your 10 best friends. Don't tell me their names, just think of them, okay? You got them? You got 10 good friends in your head? Got it, thank you. Now, what if I told you 10 out of the 10 of your best friends, 5 of them are overweight and unhealthy? How does it make you feel?
Not good.
Not good. Yeah, you want your friends to be healthy, right? You want to be able to play with them every day, spend some time together. Great. Thank you. Stand right here. No, you stand right here. That's good. 50% of the youth in Harlem are overweight or obese. That means half of our friends, some of our family members, are definitely struggling with this epidemic. Raza, what's your favorite fruit?
My favorite fruit is apple.
It's an apple? That's mine too. You want to do me a favor? In that bag right there, I have a bag of apples. You can go grab one, okay? That's your reward. Give Rosalind a round of applause for coming up here. Like I said, 50%. Yeah, it's right in that bag. That's good. Open it up. Yeah, there's apples, there's oranges, there's bananas. Mr. Tristan, thanks for helping. All right, so Leah, how do we fix this? How do we fix our friends getting to this situation? Yep, we'll get there. Hold on one second. We need to eat better. We need to eat better as a community, as a school, and as a family. It's recommended that we eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, lean meats like chicken and fish, whole grains, and then low-fat dairy. This is all very possible in our community. We just have to look for it. So the question is, what happens when we eat better? Yeah, right here. It makes you healthy, thank you. When you're healthy, you're going to feel better. When you feel better, it's going to be able to let you do things. It's going to let you feel excited and happy, have you give you a better mood, be able to play sports, make you a better student, a better athlete. Did you guys know that in Harlem, 60% of the children in Harlem watch more than 3 hours of TV every day? That's pretty crazy, isn't it? It is crazy. That's 45 million hours of TV every year. You know what you can do in 45 million hours? You can play 90 million basketball games. You can play 30 million soccer games. You can run 450 million miles. In 445 million hours, you can do all those things. All right? I need one more volunteer. Who else wants to help me out? So right there, young lady. We'll get everyone some fruit. All right. Hi, I'm Steve. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Delaney.
Delaney. Nice to meet you. I had a question for you. What if I told you that only 2 of your friends ate vegetables every day? How does that make you feel?
Good.
Only 2 out of 10 of your best friends only eat vegetables. How does that make you feel?
Not good.
Not good. Very true. 80% of the students in Harlem and children do not eat enough vegetables or fruit every day. It's sad. If you guys aren't eating the right things and the right vegetables and fruits, you're not going to grow into a strong individual. I know some people want to play sports when they get to high school. If you guys don't set this foundation now, you're going to be in trouble. You got to chase that healthy lifestyle. What's your favorite fruit, Delaney?
Banana.
Banana. I think there's bananas in that bag. Go help yourself, okay? Let's give a round of applause for coming up here. 80% of the kids in Harlem do not eat their fruits and vegetables every day. It's deafening. So the question is, if we eat the right foods and we feel good, this all equates to doing better in school and in life and having a better family time, better time at school with our professors. 40% of children in Harlem don't exercise every day. You guys have parks on every corner. You have basketball hoops every other corner. You have fields everywhere. The New York City does a great job of giving you options to play outside and do things. Take advantage. So if you are eating well, feeling good, you're going to do better. Your grades are going to go up. Your parents are going to be happy at home. Your principal, who's done nothing but a great job with this school, helping with the edible schoolyard up top. And then PS7, your community is going to get better. Everything relies on you. The better you guys are, the healthier you are, the better your community is going to be, and the better it's going to grow up. And for the parents out there, the ones that sat through this, thank you for sticking around. There's a few things we can do too. I think the professor alluded to it earlier. We need to do things and set examples for our kids and the people around us. Eat those healthy fruits and vegetables when we can in front of them. Take them shopping with us. Things like that. It's going to give you the opportunity to be a good role model for them to live a healthier lifestyle. So if you can eat better, you're going to feel better. you feel better, you're going to do better. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. I appreciate it. And Ms. Russell, the bag of fruit there is yours to give out to the kids. I know that you're always asking for it. All right. Thank you.
Okay, so on behalf of PS7 and Global Tech Prep, I want to thank all the students and parents for coming today, especially the National Action Network and Dominique and Marcus and your lovely team. Thank you so much for bringing all this information to our community. We really appreciate it. And now it's your job to go forward and use all of this information so that we can email Ms. Dominique and all of her team and tell her about how we use this information. So let's have a round of applause, please, for the team to visit us today. And with that, we'll have Mr. Talati add one more closing word, and then we are done with today's event.
Thank you, Ms. Russell. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. This was a fantastic event for our school, but more importantly for you guys. You guys heard from some powerful people today, and this is just the start of our journey. So we want you guys to know how important it is to eat healthy, to be fit, so you guys can do well in school, but more importantly for the rest of your lives. And it starts now. So we want to thank your parents for coming out, we want to thank our speakers for being here, and we want to thank, most importantly, just your commitment for becoming healthier. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of the day.
I'm coming.